Hi, and welcome back to All Valley Karate YouTube channel.
This is where we have some info for fans like us of
Infatuated fans.
Yeah, of the Cobra Kai series and for Karate Kid.
Yeah, so these are all spoilers. This is all post that. These videos are being released after season 2.
Right. Season
2 has just been released about 4 or 5 days ago. We've watched them all through. We hope you have too. If you have not, I highly suggest them. They are.
Pause.
This is very good. This is very good production, and come back to our channel because this is where we want to try to collect many fans. There's a lot of channels out there. We are watching them. We're fans of those channels as well, and we're going to try and hit on a couple points that we don't see that are out there yet, that we talk about when we're watching it or up at night and and talking to each other about it. And we're like, why not make a YouTube channel about this? So here we are. Now today, we're going to be talking about Robby King, and we're going to be talking about his infatuation with the. Now look at this shot right here. This is when he finds. This is when he finds Daniel in the forest, and he's like, "Mr. LaRusso." And does anybody see the resemblance of this shot and in Empire Strikes Back with Luke's training on Dagobah? You know, the coloring is very similar, and it's the forest. And he's upside down.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah, there's some hints. Some hints.
I mean, I don't want to put them side by side. I don't want to put an image of Star Wars in my Karate Kid channel, but I'm going to mention it because
we are solely in Karate Kid and Cobra Kai.
This is just Cobra Kai, yeah. I don't have any interest in Star Wars.
No, why would you? You were born in 1977.
I don't have
lightsabers. When you were like 5.
Okay. All right, and so
that aside, we do see that
we see him catching him in a meditation, and you immediately see his face, his reaction here, where he's enthralled in this inner peace that this style of karate from Okinawa has.
Inner peace because he's had
troubled times.
Not inner peace for quite some time, between the trouble with his mom's relationship, the trouble between him and his dad.
A rocky foundation.
I mean, the fact that he doesn't have a real, home to really, lay his head at night. I mean, there's multiple reasons why Robby would be attracted to peaceful.
And we see him even during his fight when he's reminded by Daniel from the stands. He wasn't even coaching him at the time. They were kind of on a riff, and he yells, "Don't forget what you've learned," And so to try and apply that with this style of karate.
You see Robby's face totally go back to his peaceful,
and he tries
stance.
to find his inner peace and get connected with his chi.
Yeah. This is a good point of, why was he able to tap into that inner peace during the very end scene with the, karate, All Valley Karate Championship.
All Valley Karate Championship.
Right? So why was he able to tap into that so easily, but at the end of season 2...
Yeah, you see that he has interest in the Okinawa.
No, I'm saying, why was he not able to tap into that inner peace?
Right. That's why some people are feeling that he might have other influences. Some people are online are even discussing did Kreese get to him or something. I don't see he would have had the time to.
No.
I kind of waved those things off, but he would have been a rageful teen at the time. He just found out that his girlfriend had cheated on him at a party and with his arch nemesis, and he's battling him. He's trying. I mean,
your blood is pumping way more than I think at a karate championship because this is real life.
And it was also built up. This has been going out. Daniel was building them up, saying the fight's going to come to you and stuff. So there's just the as the script has been flipped many times. That it did in season 2, of course, near the end, especially.
So why did Robby's inner peace slip? Because he has been so, like you were saying, to me earlier, that he has been so straight and narrow. He has been a really solid character throughout all of season 2. Between things with Sam. I mean, he's had a few slip ups with the Medal of Honor and that whole deal.
But he apologized for it. He came forward with it. And we're really seeing this character of him.
He tried to take care of Sam at the party. Tried to back her off from drinking too much. I mean, his character has really shown through, which is why I think the juxtaposition between who he has been built up to, especially to the part at the club where he was like, no, maybe Miss LaRusso, maybe I should go.
Yeah,
I mean,
what
he has
happened
been
there?
such a good building character, and then one slip up at the very end becomes a huge fail.
And I wish, like, that's the one thing with the writing. I've not disagreed with any of the writing up to this point. But right after it ended, I feel something. We're gonna either learn something that happened with him and his character that we didn't know about, like some people are speculating, some other influences, or like I would like to have seen more of an accident that happened. Rather than
still causing Robby to cause this to Miguel, but
Right.
less of a rageful outburst and more of like
Yeah.
in the heat of someone
because
else
it
or
just
whatever.
seems too out of character for the Robby that we had known right to there, especially with coming forward and everything. So
And he was trying to stop the fight between Tori and Sam to begin with, and he was holding Tori back.
There's just so many things that didn't connect there. Mm-hmm. So.
Like, why didn't he stop when Miguel said,
Right.
okay, I'm sorry, and was let go? So
Right, and so let's talk about these Okinawa books.
Mm-hmm.
So he sees at the end of
Daniel
season
sees,
2,
yeah.
Daniel sees, before we find out there's a rumble, before the adults find out there's a rumble.
right, right before Amanda comes in.
He comes in sad that his protege is even not in the building and he's not living with him anymore and everything, and so he's got the separation. And so he goes and he just sees some of the elements that he's left there. I don't know why his skateboard's still there, but anyhow, he sees that he's left some items there, and he sees that he's shown interest in Okinawa and Mr. Miyagi and things with
like
the war book,
history of everything.
the war book that's there, and you see now with this Okinawa book, right? And so some people are saying on the internet this is alluding to a trip to Okinawa. Are we going to go back to Okinawa in one of these new seasons? That, and in my opinion, it might depend on how many seasons they end up trying to do. Mm-hmm. I've seen in interviews that written interviews. I didn't see this in a visual interview that they have a storyboard. They know where they're going no matter what.
Right.
And it could stretch over 7 seasons, they exaggerated to, or it could stretch over 3 or
5,
4
yeah.
or whatever. So if we do 3, if we do 7, we'll see how we get there. But they know where they're going with all the scripts.
So what is you alluded to it slightly in our previous video, so what are you
So this
thinking?
is the big theorize that we're going to get to here is if we do go to Okinawa, who's going
How
to
do
take
we
us
get
there and
there?
why? And this is one speculation I have of how we get to Okinawa. Robby takes us there,
How does he do that?
okay? Because he has an infatuation with learning more about Mr. Miyagi, learning the culture of this karate that he has, and learning some of the spiritual side of it, right?
Because we're thinking he's going to be in a vagabond stage where he's,
And he's got
his
serious
mom's
criminal
in-
charges right now.
His mom's in rehab.
His mom's in rehab. His dad, if he shows his face anywhere, he's going to get turned in. He could face criminal charges, as we
Mr.
talked about
LaRusso
before.
wants nothing to do with him.
Yeah, so like he's in a bad state. All he has to do on his way out is do that awesome ability he has of snatching a purse of somebody's, even Sam's, because we saw Sam loses her bag
From
in the
Tori's
means of
fight.
it. So in the hallway on the way out, he grabs Sam's. He's got Mr. LaRusso's credit card and Sam's credit card, and starts charging a trip to Okinawa and takes off. That's how Daniel finds out that he's in Okinawa, and then
Because
goes
he's got the
chase him down.
charges. Yeah.
So that's a possibility. He goes there to learn an ability. What ability is that? The ability that we get hinted to at the end of season 1. Okay? Of course, everybody knows the end of Karate Kid 1. Can you do that thing with and the music hits really big, right? Okay? And then we see at the end of season 1, we see Daniel try that, and we get a different sound. So
It's a
those that
little-
don't know me, I have a musical background, so we pay a lot of attention to the music of Cobra Kai, especially. So we get a different
It's a
chord.
little less impactful.
Yeah, and it's more of a comedic trumpet hit. It's a
Right.
different horn hit, an orchestra hit, an orc hit. It's bang! It's like more comedic, and it's not as a deep like boom. And Mr. Miyagi is very concentrated. He's just like, nurse, Medic! Yeah, we have a medic.
Yeah, because I remember even you watching it for the first time during season 1, going, "Oh, come on!"
Yeah, and I was like, no,
come
no,
on,
because I don't know if Daniel had enough time, or if I don't know.
I mean, Daniel's character at that point, he had gotten so far removed from his karate background.
Yeah, would he be that in touch with it?
Yeah,
and things,
so it just didn't seem right. However, this is my face. I had this face when you brought up this theory with Robby. So,
but it just could help pull things together.
Well, okay, so Robby gets to Okinawa, and he has this obsession with Mr. Miyagi, with his inner peace, with delving more into this learning, right? Okay, so in this hypothetical sense, Daniel gets to Okinawa, finds Robby. He's been doing some kind of learning and some kind of training.
Possibly with Mr. Miyagi's children. If you look at our previous video, if you haven't seen it, Mr. Miyagi's children is more than a possibility. So please watch that video on our channel if you haven't.
So your point was...
he could go to Okinawa,
learn the Mr. Miyagi touch, and then Daniel realizes what he can do and brings him back to the United States and helps Miguel.
and reconnects his spine. And then if Elizabeth Shue ends up doing the pediatric... I'm sorry, Allie.
If Allie is there doing the pediatric surgery at the same time, maybe she does a little bit of surgery, maybe they're waiting for results, maybe Robby comes in at the same
blend
time.
of Western and Eastern medicine finally meld together in America. Yes, because we all know that that's a big thing right now.
Huge,
So that could be it's more than a possibility where she does the operation. Maybe it's not taking well, or they have to wait and see, or they're like, no, we don't know that the operation went well and he's in recovery, but we still think that this disc might be slipped or something like that.
So Daniel
and then Robby gets in,
or whatever.
Robby gets in there while he's still unconscious. Well, Miguel is still unconscious. Concentrates. Does the chiropractic adjustment with his spirit, and all of a sudden now we have a repaired Miguel by
the same person who put him in that state, which would mend his relationship, obviously, with Daniel, which would mend his relationship with Sam, mend his relationship with Miguel, and
to some regard,
obviously, with Johnny.
Yeah, and then Johnny witnesses all of this and gains more respect for the Miyagi form of karate and everything. I mean, it could just really pull a lot of things together.
Right.
And so, is this something that's going to happen? What do you think?
Yeah.
Is this crazy? What do you think? If you want us to do a video on how we get to Okinawa if we go there, how do we get there? What's your thoughts? What do you think? How do you think we got to Okinawa if we don't go with Robby? If Robby doesn't lead us, what do you think? And if we ever go, I don't know if we'll ever go, but if we do, that is...
Will YouTube Red put up the budget to go to Okinawa?
They got the budget.
I don't know. They've gotten enough subscribers from Cobra Kai.
I think they got the budget. And if Cobra Kai didn't have its own earnings in itself, I think YouTube can spare.
A couple plane tickets.
Yeah, for the cast and crew to go shoot in Okinawa for a month or so.
But either way, I'm really excited about it.
Yeah.
That's a big possibility. I love the Robby character. I want his relationship with Johnny mended. I really don't care if he gets back with Sam. I'm more like Sam Miguel than like Sam Robby. That's just me.
There was chemistry there.
Yeah, so I'm very satisfied.
But I love Tori too. I want Tori to come back whether she's a romantic interest or not.
Meh.
I really like the character.
No respect to the actress. She did a wonderful job.
Peyton did an amazing job.
Don't necessarily care.
And, that was outside of other roles that she had done, and she nailed it. Yeah. I mean, it was just rock solid. She was strong. Yeah. She was amazing. She was fast.
She did her role of making the audience not like her. So I
liked her.
Of course she did.
I liked her. I mean, if I was Miguel, I'd be in a good spot. That's all I'm saying.
You're always Team Death Star anyway, so it's fine. It's fine. Anyways.
You don't know the power of the dark side.
Yeah, exactly. I thought we weren't going to talk about that.
We don't talk about anything but Cobra Kai on this channel.
Strictly.
And there's no relation to any other films or literature.
Well, you just split that in half.
So yes, this is our thoughts on one way we could get to Okinawa, and if Robby takes us there or not, or one way that Robby could mend us back together.
Yeah, I hope it happens.
Mend Miguel.
Yeah, I hope it happens. What do you think? Thank you so much for joining us.
Again,
I hope you subscribe.
Yes, please subscribe because we got a lot more coming for you. We've got a Hawk video,
Yeah,
and we've
it's a
got
whole
Crease.
thing.
Yeah,
I'm pushing for a Johnny season 1, a Johnny season 2 video, 2 separate videos. So
yeah, we'll do a full video on each character, and then of course each episode soon. That's our plan. We don't have much time. We're both business owners. We're parents, and we also do volunteer work and things. So
we have a very loud dog.
We're pretty busy people, and we figured since we're going to be talking about these things anyway, why not do it on camera and see what the world has to say as input as well, and maybe make some friends in the community of Cobra Kai.
What does our friend Joe Esposito say?
You are the best around. See you again at All Valley Karate.
Bye!